Thank you, dear Guru Maharaj. Now there will be offering on of 108 preparations for you, and for the devotees there will be Guru-katha.
So, what do I do? I'm supposed to eat from the screen? On, or should I say from the screen? I'm not Krishna, I can't eat with my eyes. I will meditate. Anyways, oh, that's right, I forgot. There's a website I'm supposed to go to, right?
Yes.
Yes. I completely forgot. You have to give me the link. I don't know where the link is. I don't think I copied it on the computer. Can you put it in the chat of the link?
We'll put you privately.
Privately. Oh, really? It's private. Okay.
First for you.
It's for me. Okay.
First for you.
But it has been all offered to the Lord. I'm getting remnants, right?
Yes.
Because otherwise, I'm not interested in seeing it unless it's been offered to the Lord.
Yes, it's offered.
Everything.
Yes, everything.
Thank you very much. Okay, and then you will have your session for how long?
For 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yes, and then we will continue offerings.
And then I come back in 30 minutes and join you, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, this is painful for me because usually I go into the other room with so many devotees and yeah, what can I say? I'm just asking all of my senior disciples to please represent me in some way by distributing prasadam to other devotees. Something said to me? I can't.
No. It was.
Okay, so I should leave. I see a red button there. It says leave. That's for me, right? Leave.
Yes,
right?
Yes, you can leave the conference, right?
But I need to know where the link is.
The link we will send you on WhatsApp right now.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
И сейчас мы передаем слово Абхинанди Прабху, чтобы продолжить Гуру-катху в течение примерно.
Now we will pass on the word on to Abhinanda Prabhu as part of Guru-katha, and then there will be some prasadam offering. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, we're continuing with our nectarian Guru-katha. We would like to invite a very wonderful devotee who is helping many, and she is taking part in many programs. This is Devaki Mataji. She is the embodiment of this energy. So please, Mataji Devaki, please turn on your microphone.
Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody. Please accept my humble obeisances. So first of all, I'd like to express my gratitude for this wonderful Vyasa Puja celebration. It's been very heart-moving to me, and I'm very grateful that I can be a little part of this. So I would like to share two little incidences which have been very instructive for me and hopefully for others also. The first one, I cannot even remember exactly when it was. I think it was at the end, either it was at the end of a Ukrainian festival, or maybe it was when Guru Maharaj came to Riga. And he was just packing up his suitcase to leave, and somehow I was in his room. And then a devotee came in and gave him a jar of jam, of homemade jam. And Guru Maharaj was bursting out laughing, saying, "What am I going to do with some jam? I'm not going to carry that with me." I cannot put this in my suitcase. If devotees see that I'm traveling with jam, they will say, what kind of sannyasi is he? He's carrying some jam around with himself. So he refused to accept this gift of the jam, and he just passed it on to another devotee who was also in the room. And then later I came across the verses in the Bhagavatam, I think it's 11th canto, where it is described that in the renounced order of life, one should not carry food or prasadam with oneself, but one should have that faith that, Krishna takes care of us and we find whatever we need in our life. We will surely find this in the next place. So this little episode really stayed with me, and I'm just remembering always how Guru Maharaj is so exemplary in his sannyasa ashram, and how we should also come to this level where we can follow that. And then another little episode was when Guru Maharaj, once he was giving me a personal instruction. Actually, I asked him once what to do when we see some shortcomings, some lackings in a senior devotee. What to do about this? Because it is like that when we become a little more mature, in spiritual life, we become more receptive and perceptive. And whether we like it or not, we notice some little things, even sometimes in very senior devotees. So this question was troubling me, how to deal with it. And I often felt like, oh, I'm like the fly who only sees the stool, and I should actually only see the good qualities in others. So I once went to Guru Maharaj and asked him how to deal with this. And he gave me a very wonderful answer, which which helped me a lot in my life, and which I'm often also sharing in seminars and classes. So he gave me 3 principles. He said, first of all, don't suppress it, meaning that, yes, and he was saying, we have to understand we are all in the wash. He said, we are all in the wash. So you cannot expect that senior devotees, that they're 100% pure devotees. There's always something there which they also work on. So don't suppress that you feel this, and understand, yes, this is the way it is, and don't drown yourself in guilt feelings. So first one is don't suppress it. Then second one was don't dwell on it, meaning, don't allow yourself to get absorbed in this and think about it over and over again. Don't dwell in it, because when you dwell on it, this means that you have a problem. It means, we have some issue in ourselves. We are maybe a little envious. We think, oh, this person actually should not get so much honor and so on, because after all, that person has also some shortcomings, some faults. So don't dwell on it. Just put it aside and leave it up to Krishna to deal with it. And then the third one was don't broadcast it, meaning don't talk about it to others. Don't think we have to save others from that association, because after all, that person has maybe some fault, so we have to tell everybody about it. So don't broadcast it. So I find this a very wonderful instruction, which is just so relevant for all of us, I guess. One more time, don't suppress it, don't dwell on it, and don't broadcast it. Keep it within yourself, and no need to talk about it, because if we talk about other people's problems, it only magnifies the negativity. So best to just try and somehow uplift the devotees, and then they will be able to discriminate who to associate, who not to associate with, and so on. So I simply wanted to share this, hoping that it will also inspire you and you may be able to use this in your spiritual practice. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Спасибо.
How about now? Can you hear me now? Thank you. Hare Krishna, Mataji Deviki, thank you very much for a wonderful katha. I would like to also invite a wonderful devotee who is very much devoted to her spiritual master, and I think as she tirelessly trying to serve Guru, for example, when she's cooking prasadam, and I was a part of a situation, other devotees, while helping this Mataji, they were getting tired. But this Mataji, she was just going straight and straight without any break. And she knows all the subtleties and details, and that's her way of satisfying her spiritual master. So let us ask Ananda Vallabha Mataji to share her stories and realizations, so we could also get some of that nectar. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, can you hear me? Yes. Please accept my obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Of course, you described in such a way, I'm not really a cook. I was just trying as I could. And by some crazy mercy, by some extraordinary mercy, I was able to be close to Guru Maharaj and serve him. Several years in a row, he was visiting Germany, Kirtan Mela. He was also coming to Germany, and then we would also accompany him to Radhadesh Mellows, Winter Festival. That's in Belgium. And we had to cook there, and I was observing very many years how Guru Maharaj is associating with his god brothers. I think everyone is aware. No, it's not a secret, and someone would witness how he would accept guests, for example. And it so happened that Anandini Mataji, our god sister, who is in Belgium, at least at that time she was there, Radhadesh, she had a separate flat, and she was accepting Guru Maharaj there at her flat. He was taking dinner there every day, and every day they had to cook at least for 2-3 people, because sometimes other guests would come and so on. Some sannyasis would also come and take prasad with him. And there was an instance, they said, oh, it's gonna be 5 guests today, and actually 5 gurus or someone of that level, maybe a temple president even. And me and Anandini, we tried our best to organize this lunch. She was organizing everything, trying to make things happen in her room. Of course, I had to cook for everyone. And then I find out, actually, I hear that it's not 5 people, it's 8 people. It was very spontaneous. And she tells me now, can you imagine so many people? We need to act fast, think of something, and there were no plates. So we started accumulating some trays, some other devices, started to distribute a little bit of everything on each plate. We could, at the end, cover everything. And interestingly, I was just hiding in the kitchen. It was just on the side. I was just hiding in chanting japa. I didn't want to go because Anandini was with the other servants serving these persons. And Maharaj, of course, I was told this. I was not there. He was telling, "Oh, I'm having this diet. There's this khichdi I would like and some other selection." And then he looks at everyone and says, "Who was actually cooking today?" He wanted to know. And it was so funny. Ah, Govinda Vallabha, Anandini. Where is she? Please bring her. And they ran and started searching for me. And I wasn't there. And I was just hiding under the window. I was just chanting by some table. And I was just thinking, oh, is it going well? What's happening in the other room? And then I was told later, when he left Guru Maharaj, I really appreciate it. What if I actually came there, if they were successful bringing me? I was happy that I could hide and they didn't present me. Why? Because I remembered the story instantly with Srila Prabhupada and Mataji Malachi. Remember when there was a time she was quite devastated with her service, and she wanted to approach Prabhupada and say, "Oh, I'm not going to be cooking anymore." And then she gathered with her thoughts and she approached Srila Prabhupada. She would see that there were god brothers of Prabhupada there. And then Prabhupada saw her and said, "This is my disciple. She is cooking for me." And he said out loud, "I am ready to slit my throat for her." And then I remembered how Srila Prabhupada glorified his disciple before his god brothers. And then I remembered this situation of my own, and I was very happy that they didn't find me and present me to Guru Maharaj. I was just happy I wasn't in that spotlight situation. Really, otherwise, I was very appreciative of the warmth and reciprocation of Guru Maharaj. Everything that we did, he appreciated. And another story, I would like to continue the topic of the qualities of Guru Maharaj that was already started and continued by Devaki Mataji. I'd like to tell you a wonderful story, a secret story in a way. Of course, nobody knows it. And now I'm ready to share it with you. Guru Maharaj had some special favorite disciples, maybe two, three disciples who were very dear to him. And in many ways, he was always trying, or he was tracking his these disciples' destinies and always communicating with them. And one of the disciples, unfortunately, this disciple, she is no longer in ISKCON. Maybe she would come back if she would hear this. Not every guru is capable of committing such a sacrifice for a disciple. And this is the story. She had some troubles. She disappeared, and no devotees knew where she is. Questions were asked: who is in contact with her? What is she doing? And at that time, Facebook was just getting into the trend, and he was sure that she was on Facebook. And what he did, he registered himself on Facebook with some mock name just to find her. Can you imagine? He was searching for her for a long time. He didn't really know her karmic name. He didn't find her at the end. We did find her later, though. But she grabbed her and said, "Go to Darshan with me." And he spent a whole 40 minutes with a disciple at a festival. That's a lot. I would like to express my gratitude that Guru Maharaj leads all of us. He's pulling all of us. He loves us all. My deepest appreciation and obeisances. And I'm grateful that there are such stories and devotees share them. Thank you very much. Very nectarian story. And I would like very much that for this katha to be very, very family-like, very home-like. And we will try developing this mood of openness gradually. Too bad there's no such a function in Zoom. because I would like to do so for the devotee that I'm introducing, because all the devotees are humble and they start denying my glorifications. There's also Sri Ranga Mataji. I'd like to say a few words about her. And I believe many think of themselves like this, but she's not afraid to make a statement that she's living for Guru Maharaj. 20 years she's living in Mayapur, and anytime Guru Maharaj would visit, she would automatically serve him because he was staying near. So if she's about to share, please can she share this atmosphere of love in her stories, this atmosphere of family. And I would like to request Mataji Sri Ranga to introduce this mood. Please, Mataji.
Духовным братьям и сестрам, Шридам
My
Майяпур.
respectful obeisance to all my brothers and sisters, to Sridham Mayapur, and today I decided to talk about the most confidential thing, about the essence of all those things that we are doing here. We are all children of one spiritual masters. We think alike. And as today, Guru Maharaj was talking about this confidential topic of what is the goal and meaning of our life. What did Prabhupada want from us? Talking about the goal that every sincere devotee aims at, we can say the goal. Every sincere devotee can say that the goal is to go back to Godhead, but in the most confidential purpose to the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada talks about it in more detail. What does it mean to go back to Godhead? And Srila Prabhupada says that our goal is to develop relationships with Krishna. A relationship can be in love and devotion. And because Krishna himself is the ocean of love, and reaching this goal is possible only if we develop in our heart this sincere, this laulium, sincere desire to love Krishna with all our heart. And at the same time, we will leave behind all desires to enjoy anything in the material world, leave behind all material desires, as well as burning through our karma and our karmic goals. Is it possible for us to become closer to Krishna immediately, I and Krishna, to develop a relationship with him, a direct relationship? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita very clearly, you can offer me your service and come back to me. Thanks with the help of spiritual master. And we are so lucky that we have a true guru. And if we do realize the position of a guru, then we can say that it is spiritual master when he is pleased with the service of a disciple and with his mindset, his humility, and his sincerity. When the guru sees that, when the disciple sees that it is not a show, it is very sincere, then spiritual master takes the effort of this disciple and offers them to Lord Nityananda, who is our initial guru, Adi Guru. Lord Nityananda is none other than the incarnation of Lord Sankarshan, one of the initial avatars of the Lord, Adi Guru. And Lord Nityananda, in his turn, recommends us and offers our efforts in service to Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani presents us to Krishna. And we can say that if we are talking about the main thing, we should say that Srimati Radharani will check and test our qualities and our service, our qualification of a servant. And when Srimati Radharani will take us through this difficult path of trials, then she will offer our efforts and purity to Krishna. Krishna's desire is for us to come back, and his desire is stronger than ours. Why? Because Krishna needs every soul. In the whole creation, there are no two similar souls. That is why we must be sure that Krishna needs me. It is me who has this birthright as a particle of Krishna to develop this confidential, loving, deep relationship with Krishna, and he is expecting to meet me exactly. And if you ever have any doubts, Bhaktividya Purna Goswami says that you should collect your doubts in one heap and throw it away. True service to Krishna through the spiritual master starts only when we truly, in fact, realize that we are a spiritual soul. Not that we just acknowledge it, no, but when we have this mature realization that I'm a spiritual soul who has nothing in common with this material world, my true home is spiritual world, and this high level of transcendental knowledge, which is called Brahma Bhuta.
Я прошу прощения, маленькое такое объявление. Мне пишут просьбу добавить кого-то преданных в Гуру-катху сейчас просят, пожалуйста. Я хотел бы сказать, что у нас очень мало времени, очень мало времени, и все расписано по минутам буквально.
I'm asked to add some devotees to Guru-katha, but we are so pressed for time, so short of time. I just have 2 words. I am aware that I'm short of time. Will you just allow me to say? But I'm just addressing those who are sending me messages now. And today we already spoke about pure devotional service. And a sincere devotee who is truly serious, he should dare to take this risk and ask for this pure devotional service and ask Srimati Radharani for it without her blessing, because she is the embodiment of service and pure love to God. And Srimati Radharani, she is the master of pure devotional service. She is the master of this. With that, we should be ready for those tests and trials that Srimati Radharani will bestow upon us to test our sincerity. It is not just our show, it is not just showing off, it is just because some senior devotee said, then I will ask for it. No. What will happen when all our attachments will be taken away? When Srimati Radharani will be giving us her true lessons, will we be able to be like Queen Kunti? Will we have the same feelings? Will we be able to appreciate those tests and feel Krishna's presence in them? And if we are not ready, and if we start becoming negative, judging others, then Krishna will go away. What can bring us to Krishna? Humility and exception. And sometimes, until something bad happens, we won't do anything. That is why sometimes Krishna chooses to shake us a little bit, like a herbal medicine. When you mix it thoroughly, it works better. It becomes more efficient. That is why every devotee who asks for this pure devotional service, he will most probably have these severe trials. And we must remember that our mindset, our mood is so important. The most safe position is humility and honoring devotees, and without any doubt, steady devotion to your Guru. I wish everyone luck on your spiritual path, being at the lotus feet of our dear spiritual master. He is our hope. He is true representative of Krishna.
Харе Кришна,
Hare
большое
Krishna.
спасибо. Очень здорово.
Thank you so much. Such wonderful offering. We go on with our Krishna Katha, just a few minutes left. I would like to invite one lady who is very absorbed into the service to our Guru Maharaja. She is doing service in ISKCON. She trains Gurukulis, young kids, the next generation, and I think you would love hearing her. Mataji Sundari, are you here? You need to switch on the mic. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances, all glories to Niranjana Swami, our dear Guru-deva. Thank you so much for giving me such an opportunity to glorify our dear Guru Maharaj. I was listening to Yamaladas Prabhu, and he said that we are trying to create such a family ambience here. We're in a mindset of service to our spiritual master. You inspired me so much with your service, and I feel that in comparison to these huge great devotees, I'm just a tiny and insignificant soul. But as far as I was allowed to talk, I offer you my apologies for what I'm. In 2005, my Guru Maharaj came to Yekaterinburg. It was the last time he came here, and then he said he won't come to Yekaterinburg again. And I was thinking about the service to him so much, and I believed that I wanted really to cook for him, and I thought that if you cook for him, it would be the perfection, the top perfection. And I was meditating on this service so much that those devotees who were more qualified to do this service, I didn't even notice those devotees, and because my desire to serve to him was so overwhelming and strong. And these devotees who were more qualified, they were humble and they let me go ahead and do this service. But the problem was that I didn't have the right qualification to do this. And that is why I had two feelings. First, I really wanted to cook for Guru Maharaj very, very much. But at the same time, I was so afraid that I am doing something wrong. And this both strong desire and this fear, they were fighting inside me, and I didn't know what to do, what would be the proper way. But then it happened so that I was told, yes, go ahead and cook. And I realized that I am going to do this service. But I don't know what I will be able to share in just 3 minutes, but I'll try. So Guru Maharaj arrived, he flew in to Yekaterinburg. We went to meet him, but I had to stay because I was supposed to cook breakfast for him. So I was told that so devotees who went to meet him to the airport, they were supposed to ask him if he needs breakfast because we had some doubts whether he will have breakfast or not, because he was arriving at 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. So I got a call from devotees. Guru Maharaj said that he is not going to have breakfast. So I planned to cook him porridge, oatmeal porridge. Okay, I got this call, no breakfast needed. So I relaxed a little bit. I didn't cook anything. So Guru Maharaj arrived, and while Guru Maharaj when Guru Maharaj arrived, he changed his mind. He decided he wanted breakfast, but nobody told me. So he arrived, his servant came and said, "Where is the breakfast for Guru Maharaj?" And I was like, well, I was told no breakfast needed. So, and that was my first failure to serve my spiritual master. And then I said, I will whip up something very fast. But then Guru Maharaj said, okay, no breakfast, I don't need it. And then I was thinking about lunch. I was so worried. Khichdi, I remember to cook this, that. I tried my best. And after he has eaten the offering, prasadam, I was so, I couldn't even remember my name, so worried I was. So lunch was okay. Everything was good. But then we were supposed to have lunch. Before lunch, there was to be a lecture, there was class. And Guru Maharaj, well, when he was preparing for lunch, he peeked into kitchen and asked him, "Will you join for the class?" And I told him, "Yes, of course." And Guru Maharaj said, "I want everyone in the class." And I said, "Yes, Guru Maharaj." But at the same time, I realized that after the class, he will ask for dinner, and dinner should be warm, nice, and prepared. So I tried my best to prepare everything and then hurried to the class. The class, I realized that I was to leave the class earlier to make sure everything went good with the dinner. But the lecture was so nectarian, the lecture was so long, I stayed longer. Then I had to hurry to the kitchen, and Guru Maharaj wanted a cream soup. And I started doing it, but Guru Maharaj already comes. The thing is that the class was in some other place. I ran from that place to the kitchen on foot, and Maharaj came in a car, so he was ahead of me. So, and now Guru Maharaj picks into kitchen and says, "What about dinner?" And I say, "5 minutes, Guru Maharaj." Guru Maharaj says, "Are you sure?" I say, "Yes, of course." And then I say, why on earth have I said that? Because there's no way I will manage to do it. And it makes me so nervous and so worried. So, but I do my best. And his servant comes and asks, "What's for dinner? What's on menu?" I say, "Cream soup." And before that, so the servant gave me very strict instructions on what should be done in what way. And he said, "Where is the mashed potatoes?" And I said, "Here's the cream soup. It's almost the same." The servant is very upset. He said, "No, Maharaj wanted mashed and you give him a cream soup." And there was also some problem with the carrots. It wasn't cooked enough. So I'm trying to do some mashed potatoes and this soup, and it takes so much time. And we bring it to Guru Maharaj, and then Guru Maharaj looks at it and says, "What is that?" I say, "You asked for mashed. This is mashed potatoes." And then he said, "No." So there was, and then I had this soup. There were mashed potatoes and there were little potatoes left for the soup. There were more carrots in the soup than potatoes. And then, as he said he wanted soup, I bring him this carrot soup because there was just little potatoes left. And then he's just like, "I don't want anything. No, thank you." And while all that was happening, I was so nervous, and I realized how unqualified I was. It got me so worried that I won't be able to please my Guru Maharaj with my service. So next day, of course, I tried my best not to fail him again. I did everything on time, both mashed potatoes and cream soup, everything. And when we talk about devotees, for example, during the disciple course about the service, I often, when I teach this course, I often give this example. To do service, you need a strong desire, but at the same time, you need qualification. No matter what you do, if you cook lunch, clean Guru's flat, or preach, you need to have the best qualification for this service, to perform it the best way, to fully satisfy Guru Maharaj so that he won't be disappointed with your service, so that you would help him not be an obstacle in his service. So I know I'm out of time and I have so many stories, of course, to share with you. But dear devotees, thank you so much. Thank you, Tabinand Prabhu. All glories to Srila Niranjana Maharaj. Thank you for such a nectarian story. Just a short announcement about tomorrow. Maybe somebody is not aware that we will continue our Guru-katha, and one Mataji, one lady, she would like to tell some confidential stories. But I told her that tomorrow on the 8th, or there will be much less people on Zoom, and she said it is such a confidential story. I will probably cry, and but we are like a family here, and it is our, unified service to Guru Maharaj. That is why please come for Guru Katha. You can see when it is in the schedule itinerary. So tomorrow we will continue our celebration. Hare Krishna.
Спасибо.